Good morning, everyone. Off we go to the big box store to get some wood so I can finally build the carriage doors in the front of the house. They were destroyed 4 years ago and been patched together ever since. All right, let's go. All right, we got the wood and these off on the Kalancha over in the garden center. All right, let's go pick her up.
You're there.
I don't know. What do you got? Oh, man.
Lunches. Yay.
Awesome. We put them in the back door. Just opened it recently, but after all the work we've done on our house since Hurricane Ian 3.5 years ago now, the one thing we haven't done is improve all this. This was a jury rig because one door got twisted and destroyed. But I don't find it very cool right now. I'm kind of, look at this stuff. Stuff was run up, was so much wind in here. Lost my gate. Just one half of the gate though. Here, half's working. Oh, man. Oh, destroyed. Those strapping latches or hinges, I broke on this one and twisted it all up. So what you see is a fix. And along with it came Hurricane Milton, so I was really worried, so I actually put a 2x4 across there to keep it from breaking again. And of course, then all the screws stripped out, and I have too much to do. But this is H hour. We've got to get this done. Okay, so I've got myself a pile of wood. And a fast traveling car next to us. Got myself some wood, and I think we're going to be okay in a weekend. So Monday I got to travel north, and oh yeah, we're changing insurance. This is Florida. Insurance has gone up 5-fold for this house. So we shopped and found another insurance, so they're going to send someone to look at our house. So now's the time to do the improvements. All right, let's go. Okay, what I got here is my the door that's straight. These are the measurements. Okay, the door that's crooked, which you could see is the left-hand side as we were looking at it. The only measurement I really needed was the top, how long does it span, and is it the same or different? It's different, so we're going to have to adjust these to make them the same, expanding the same amount, because I'm happy with the gaps on each side. All right, before I get it going further, this carriage door, what I'm basically making are doors that look like this. Not has crooked, it has that. And these are all the 2x6 beams on the outside. And they're frame, and I'm going to have cross supports this way. And there's going to be, panels there. Okay, so both of them are going to look like this. Well, once again, not that crooked. Hopefully they'll be square when I'm through. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. In doing all the measurements right now, one thing I have to realize is that the front of the house, the beams up top are out of alignment with the foundation, the footer below. And it's actually like this. Now, the sensible thing for me would be to later on dig this up, this footer, and put another footer down, or expand the footer. But I'm not sure it would only be like 3-inch by 6 inches, and I don't even think I could put a piece of rebar in it. So until such time that I get real brave on it, the top beam, the joist on the house is what I'm going to anchor the tops of these right here. So that joist is what's going to provide support. Now down below in that concrete, I actually have 2 holes in them already with copper tubes in them that I use to latch this one, so I'm going to retain that. But up top I've had no support, so I need to have that. And here I think I'm going to put a strip across that bridges the two so they can lock in. And all this is to make it kind of nice looking, really pretty, and also to show well, and also to survive any future hurricanes. I think in the end this whole wall is going to be changed up, but the carriage doors will already be complete, so it'll only be the small part of the wall that's over on this side that has lattice work on it and has an electrical box, which is really dumb. So that's what I'm doing. So with all that, we have 2x6s. I have 6 of them that are going to be 39 and 7/16 inches. That's going to be in the inside here. And then 4 of them are going to be 84 inches. And that should provide, that'll give us the basic framing here. These 2 guys, I'll measure. Once I have it squared up and on the ground here, I'll go ahead and measure and cut them. Okay, so just a further change is when you look at this, it's actually 5 5/8, not 5 1/2. All right, this is basically the first one without the center brace yet. Right here, just gonna go around here somewhere. Of course, these aren't very structurally, well, they're not very strong on their own, but this whole structure relies on not only this, but really relies on the cross braces, which are going to go that way, I think. And that keeps it from sagging. And the other thing is the actual filler, the wood that I'm putting in, which is going to attach to all these things. That'll strengthen it quite a bit. But on its own, it's probably not going to be rock solid or anything. But the first screws are going to be the ones that keep it together. The second set of screws are the ones that solidify the structure, that make it square. All right, this is about 2 in the afternoon. We started this at 11, and this is what we got. This is our first frame. Of course, everything, it's the first time for all of it, so weren't sure what to do. I had a bit of a problem cutting these cross sections because I used that saw, and if I didn't, it has a new blade on it, but if I didn't get exactly right initially leading in, it started to, it would bind, classic stuff. If you're doing a circular saw through a piece of wood and you want a straight line, you don't start turning it. It was just hard to see it because we're getting so sunny here. Anyhow, it's probably about 2 hours worth of work overall. The hard part was doing all the screws, which I still haven't done for those guys. I'm going to freehand them, and I know I can. I've done it before. I've got 8 screws there, 8 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8 in the middle one so far, and each one's going to have 4 more, 4 more, and 4 more in them. These guys, I'm not sure what I'm putting in them yet. Like I said, I'll probably sink one here and one there on each end. I think that should be okay. I might do it on the other side too. And yeah, this thing is sturdy, but it's also heavy because that is so wet. That's one of the problems with pressure treated lumber. When they come in, they're so wet when they come into the store. They need some time to air and shrink and warp and cup and all the wonderful things that come with really young cut wood. So that's what I got. I got one more to do. It's mid 80s now. In the sun, it's a little bit higher, probably low 90s. And yeah, I think I'm going to stop for a little while. All right. I got an injury. Pre-drilling, post-drilling, drilling for drills and thrills and everything else. All right. We're stopping. It's just we're starting to make mistakes. You saw the cut and all that. I kept reopening it. So I've got some blood in there somewhere. Only thing we have to do is this cross section. And all you do is you line up the frame, and then you line that up with it, and then you cut it out. And, cut. And I've been using my battery-powered circular saw, and it gives me in the ballpark results, but not actual results. It's like I'll cut them and we'll pound. It won't do it, and then we'll have to figure out which one of the cuts was just slightly off. It's looking good though. I think tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'll start sanding and I'm gonna paint this green kind of like this, although this is a wall that's going away. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, and this is where we left it. One last beam. Then I think what I'm gonna do is sand and paint, at least cursorily paint it. I don't know. One of those things. But let's get started. This guy's got a couple of dings in it, so like ready to include some things we're not going right. We were looking to have a workplace accident. I'm lining up the cross. I'm going to kind of eyeball it in. Use the same width wood on all corners. Right, are we there? Yep, we're there. I have to download. I'm down to 56 minutes on this disc. Oh boy. Just going to paint the front and the sides. Yep. And the reasoning is, and then make sure this I want to let it dry out some way. Some of these are were really wet yesterday. No, that one was. That one looked like it, and that one definitely. Yeah, I'm just marking it. Well, most of it's dried out, but it will dry out the other way if I put paint on the front. And hopefully, it looks like it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay, first coat. Always looks bad, the first one. And I missed a couple spots, I figured. I worked real hard to make sure I didn't miss any over there, but over here, which I did first, I did worst. Anyhow. Starting to look good. All right, so I get that second coat on there, but I gotta let it dry for a little while. All right. Well, I thought I was forcing it a little too much, so I started looking, and there's a lot of stuff I want to get done before I put it back up. So that's what I'm going to do. So I said I'm going to take a break and not worry about it today, because tonight or early tomorrow morning I got to go and travel up to South Carolina and back, which is like 9.5 hours each way. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. Does look good though. Whoa. Sorry, I thought we were already done. The video's been on for a while. And pointing in the wrong spot. So, just to show you, I've done that guy right up there. I've only done one screw on the board or on the door, and the two lags on the other side. And I didn't realize it, but the lags this is doubled up, so it's actually a 3x6. That's why it's something I planned years ago. We have a hanging door right now. One down. Well, you gotta earn it. Arr! But he's keeping everybody busy right now. He's only been here 24 hours. Is that right, Odin? He's cute. And he's so devoted already. And he smars a whip. Even Hody tolerates him. That's a nod of approval if I've ever seen it. What a cutie. Yeah. Sorry, man. I can let you out, but I don't want to right now. I don't want you to get crushed by anything like carriage doors and such. All right. Yeah. Well, this is where we're going to so far. One piece of wood's junk. Yeah, I know there's some gaps in there. I'll probably strap it, but I've only got 2 screws in the first, or the center one. All the other ones just are hanging. In the end, there will be, I think, 3 screws through each one, up top, bottom, and then I think there'll be one in the middle just to help strengthen it if I need it. But I'm just checking them. I am going to sand and stain them. But I just wanted to preview them. All right. It's looking good, but not great. And that's because of the gap. Gap's not right. I don't know why. I moved it over once or twice. It's actually close. And there are some twists in there, and I figured I'd have that happen. But I just wanted to get it right before I did everything. You could tell I only got 1 screw on the top right now, so the wind is helping to mess it up a bit. But that's what I have there. I have to do this one on concrete, and me with all my tons of concrete screws can't find the ones I need. Okay, but those top ones, it'll probably come crashing or some strange thing. Always easy. Okay, so I got so far, and of course the wind's been whipping up. Big thing is I had 3. I broke 1 screw. There's 4 holes up there. I think 2 of the holes are off so far, that I significantly off. I forgot to screw that in. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm fine the way it looks. Looks kind of cool. That's bouncing around because it's been bouncing around and they're no longer even. But the way it should work is we have about a 3/16 of an inch to a 1/2 inch on either side. And then I'll get a filler for that. I just want to see if they worked. I will tighten them up and put the line of screws in each one, and then a couple days from now I'll unscrew them and stain them and put them back on. But this, look, the cutie pie. There's the big old Odin, and there's pumpkin pie. And it's Odin, the cutie pie. It's his 2nd day here, or first full day. I'm sorry, I started to say it's his 2nd day, and he's a little depressed right now. And I don't think it's because of me and all that. It's just that he's been playing around with me for 2 or 3 days, and because we drove across and we stayed over in the Georgia coast, and had a pretty good time. And then I had to get these carriage doors done. I'm going to work with them. We're going to go out and check out stuff, but first I got to get the carriage doors done. I got to get them enough so that these things aren't blowing in and out, and all the boards are in so people aren't just walking in and out. All right, I'm out. Now I are going to show you what we got here. Remember that old junky place we had? Come on, Odin. Where you at? Oh, too many things around here. I lost him. He's gone. He ran away from home already. Oh my. Where are you, baby boy? Odin. There you are. He ran back. I think he lost me. Come on. Anyhow, I'm going to follow him this time. Remember all that junk? Look at that, huh? It's good. It's so good. So now I gotta get rid of all this junk. But still got a lot to go. Not everything's bolted in completely, so I'll do a few more. Opening that opens beautifully. This one just slightly off, and it touches the bottom, so I'll be hitting it with a belt sander, I think. I looked at all the other choices, taking it down, redoing all those, and then possibly replacing that piece because of that. And yeah, no, not happening. I'm over it. Put a lot of work into it. I hope it looks halfway decent. The color of the board's going to be the same color as that door over there when we're through. But yeah, that's what we have. And I hope you enjoyed this. I think I'm going to put a number plate and overhead light there or nothing. And the gaps in the doors are going to be cut back and filled. So there's more to do. But at this point, we've got a functioning door that actually provides a little bit of security in an otherwise insecure world. All right, it's Dave, saving our sanctuary. And this is Odin in his first appearance on one of our videos. And I guess, what do you think, Odin? We are out.